And welcome back to another episode of Digimon World 2003. However, I'm still highly pissed because this part is also Coast Commentary. Coast Commentary. I'm so pissed I can't even talk straight. So still, same issue as before. Apparently, socket in my... Let's see, what are they called again? See, there's a label on here somewhere. My PX22 Turtle Beach headphones. There's a little jack for your headphones. If you put it in like 75%, you can hear the game. But if you don't have it all the way in, apparently your mic doesn't commute. And I just had 2 hours of this to work with. So, yeah, I queued into a battle talking about yada yada and rada rada. Picking up that power charge down there because it's a free power charge. Who cares? So, yeah, running around rada rada, just showing off some battles, trying to level up, stating that I'm not going over there till later because Digis there will kick my ass at level 2. Probably survive with a couple of other things. And that was my freaking controller again. Making that sound. So, yeah, I'm fighting the Kunez for bits and other junk. Still can't do the bear fist, which is... Well, there's a pun to that, but I'm not going to intrude on that pun. So no, I just get to sit here, watch the vid, commentate on the vid, level up, drink this soda. Move on and then switch it out to, I think it was Gyo next. What's also pissed was that I got a really good Guillemon interpretation, and now I'm too pissed to do it again. That's the main reason why I'm really mad at this. It's not so much as the headphone jack being messed up and couldn't get my audio into there. It's I did a really good Guillemon, and I'm pissed that I'm never going to be able to hear it again because it was so good. Oh, this has not been a good Sunday. So, yeah, showing off the Pyrosphere. Oh god, I even did Pyrosphere in Guillemon's voice. Damn it. Oh. Oh. Anyway, I went down there because just showing you that I was going to go there later on, more levels. Digis there can kick my level 2 Digi ass up and down, and apparently I paused for some reason, for good timing or whatever. But now we're getting back to the click the fight, thank you. At least the model portrayed here are at least good. For a PlayStation 1 game, the models are relatively good and packed. It's not really polygony very much. Well, not so much like its Digimon World 2 predecessor, but at the same time, this thing runs a different engine than that game did. So I paused to show that I got 60 bits, and I don't know why I'm even stating that. The encounter rate for this game is, I want to say it's a little bit lower. Because that first encounter that I did, that queue in, was actually took me about 5 minutes of running around. I don't know why it took 5 minutes of running around to do it. I thought I had encounters turned off, which would have really questioned this game's stability. But then after a while, it looks like the encounters buffed right back up, so I'm not too worried. And speaking of buffed up, we leveled up. Please, just move off from Guillemon before I break down and start crying. Oh, God. No, I take that back. I'll go back to Gil. Raising Pat as hell. I like Patamon. I like his character. I like his model. I like his Digivolutions. I don't like how much experience it takes to level him up. Out of all of them, he's even slower to level up than Vmon. And Vmon takes his sweet time. And then I made that notion of no, there should be no Patamon with that kind of hooves doing those squats and look like he's having a happy time doing squats. Not with his physical strength stat right now at frickin' 30. So Boom Bubble, all I did was just Hakalugi like a llama. And it was so devastating it knocked that Tapirmon's ass out. So, moving on, 20 bits. Yeah, the money you get from here is just enough just to make you question logic in life, but at the same time, it's the first place you can actually encounter. But the intro scenes into the battle are a lot better than you just going straight to black and then poof, there you are. It's like, okay, encounter. We're gonna click the light switch off. Click, click. Okay, everybody's here loaded. Okay, let's click the switch again. Click, click. Okay. Here we actually get transitions into battles. Thank you. Level up. Oh. So now it looks like I'm going to train again. So this is me talking about the whole things and training, and right now Guillomon's all around, so just train whatever's lowest. But then again, there's other stuff there. I stated that I'm going to do all the TPing off screen. I stated before that I would do all of them at least once just to show you the animation and such. And I did with Pata here. I think I did jump rope. Because Pata is just like really, really slow. Okay, pick something, me. Am I still explaining the system? Oh, thank you. Yep, then you pick 1, 5, 10. 10 gives you the most, like 15, 14 to 16, and you get the bonus and stuff. But then this is also where I made that notion of, wait a minute, a Patamon is jump roping not with its hooves, not with its feet, but with its wings. Its wings gripped the jump rope. How is that even possible? How does its wings even twirl the string or the rope? Is it even holding rope or is it string? I don't even know. And then I state even that those rings there, if you get 3 in a row, you get a bonus shot, which gives you an even higher amount. So Kumamon, I think I did... Yeah, I did yoga. At least with Kuma's, his was interesting, but his training model looks really... He gets that twinkle in his eyes that he's tapped into power, but he snoozed off and... we lost that bonus shot, but we got 2 out of the 3, which isn't too bad. Gave us a buff of 14 points. It's not too bad. Then we got the yoga. Oh, I went for defense for Gil because basically it's dodgeball endurance. It deflects with its tail and its hands, but poof. Gil here needs to take a repertoire of dodging. So pretty much that was it. I trained everybody like that. So apparently I'm still talking and other stuff, and finally I exit out. So, yeah, screen's still loading and other stuff like that. Running around for more battles and stuff like that just to show off the increases and whatnot. Yeah, this one's just a really, really slow episode just to get all the introductions and all that crap out of the way. And I'm also kind of pissed because of some oddball reason, it defaulted save back to a time before all this training. So once this redubbing is over with, I have to go back and retrain. Get all the items, get all the equipment, and pretty much be set. The only good part about it is it's not it won't take me more than maybe if I try really hard, no more than 15 minutes. It's annoying that the default had to go all the way back to when I was level 2. I don't know why. So I went back to the city for some reason. Why did I go back to the city? Oh, the heal, that's why. So, the Gatomons, the heal and stuff, it costs bits per digi, so it's 8 per digi, so that's 24, so that just killed my profit for anything good. Down to like 96 bits now, I believe. Can you show me, Omada? Yay, 96 bits. Also, I'm still stuck on Digimon World 2 controls for whatever reason. I keep pressing the circle and triangle to open up the menu. Alright, so I went back to the shop, and did I buy more armor? I doubt I had enough to get that bamboo pole for later on. Bamboo sphere. Yep, I was a little short. Alright, so I think I'll explain later on in another segment that certain equipment I can get later on. So now we're coming up to the part where we go back out there and it's going to be off grinding, so I think I stated that while walking off the bridge. I was loading. Central Park loaded up. Yeah, pretty much. So, it's me off grinding and then another segment. So, be back in a bit. So now I finally got done with that off-screen grinding, apparently post-commentary, blah blah blah. Me talking about getting 500 bits, I'm super rich now. Well, everybody was level 4, except I actually had to go back and fix that, because apparently that got corrupted upon reopening and such. So this is basically me buying up more armor and stuff, getting a bamboo sphere for side quest. Try it and do not equip it. So I could have got the hide armor and all that, but I went for something else. So, got the leather coat for Kuma here, so he can get more defense, and charisma. Then, got 2 bucklers because we get a free one down the road. I gave it to Pata and Gil because they were the least defensive. Trying to go what we call defensive on these parts here. And I decided, wait, 1 point was not enough to make a difference, so definitely gonna have to raise their charisma, and then come back and see if we can be able to get that El Dorito chip, or forget it, El Dorito. We're gonna go with that. That's going to be the highlight of this whole entire Let's Play. We're going to keep going back to El Dorito. Yep, they can only stage evolved in battle. Be kind of bad having to haul around a gigantic War Growlmon that's probably about the size of the inn's door, maybe a little bit bigger. Shucks, I'm bleeding. Apparently I cut my face blowing my nose, and now I got blood, so there's that too. So now I gotta do that and post-commentate, because I ain't doing this 50 times. So I went back to the El Dorado, thinking I probably got the pass, even though I know you're supposed to kind of have champion level to get to there. Crap. Yo dog, only legit club members may pass, so ugly digis, which means we need champs. Damn it. Ugh. Yeah, that's Poncho. Ponchomon, which is, I guess he's kind of like a jalapeno kind of Digimon. Ugh. I'm going to be feeling blood dripping down my face for the next 10 minutes before the blood coagulates and hardens up so I don't feel it drip, so I can actually concentrate on talking here. Alright, so back to the Asura Inn, first floor. Go off the steps. I finally head out the city. I just don't know whether or not this is more entertaining for you people with me complaining with the Let's Play, or me just talking about it in the Let's Play. Yeah, I think I went back out here just to do start up the quests. I think I started the fishing pole one first. So a couple digis here that could probably kick your ass at like level 2 and such, so I had to wait till a couple levels. One, for example, is probably Digimon. Another example is Fish Out of Sea Gizamon here. So, showing out the Bear Fist once or twice, because once you get up champion, you're probably never going to see it again. Neat way to show off the evasion. One more Bear Fist for the road. I don't know, what's the difference between the Bear Fist and his regular attack? So, 19 experience points for that. God, I gotta go back and level again. It is a great way to farm, but you need to be prepared because they're stronger than the first area for a specific reason. Tai Kong Wang is the fisherman to start the fishing pole quest. We need the pole, which we got. We need the string for the Kunamon, and then the hook, which we can get from a Divermon going to the next city. Ah, damn it. This is not how I pictured I would enjoy my Sunday. I thought enjoying this Sunday meant me playing the game I really like, commenting on it while recording it, not commenting on it and recording on it. Alright, so we go up here. I'm going to go start the side quest for the kicking boots. You talk to this person here. Kicks the boots. I think I made a joke or reference to the Nate for something. I can't even remember. I'm just gonna sit here, drink this vitamin water, and just try to explain myself. Why ask why I'm kicking the trees? Why, that's simple, because I'm pissed and mad, and guess what? I am too. Give me them boots. I'm gonna kick the trees and get some frustration out. Cardmon drops boosters with extra cards in it, which comes in different categories, which is why we have, from the previous part, we have Booster Pack 2A. The Cardmons can drop what is called Beta, which is from Digimon. The ones from Tamers are normally rarer because you actually have to fight and earn them, but the Cardmons drop more beta version, which is common. And then you have what is called the R category, which is full of rare cards. Let's see here. I think it was around like 6A or 6B. You could get some really good ones like Monster Charges and Digimon Chargers or Changers, and cards that allow you to pick programs and all that. So we gotta go find a Gabumon card, which is more than likely conveniently back where we began playing the game. All the way back in the beginning of the first floor in. Oh, Oh, you have got to be kidding me. I couldn't one-shot that? Probably has like 2 HP left. What sucks is that you get a Digimon, you drop them down to like, oh, they got 10 HP left, I can one-shot them. And then he evades 2 times, 3 times. Oh, there's like, actually, there's 3 segment parts here I am definitely not going to like because one of them is timed. And if I want to find all the goodies and junkies and all that sort of stuff, it means I have to run around a crap lot. And I'm definitely going to have a map in front of me because that place is huge and you only have a few minutes to run around. So we found the Gabumon card right there, so that's where it was. So now we gotta go all the way back, talk to the lady. The other thing this game really likes to do is make you go through repetitiveness. Means you gotta go in pretty much run around here. Then you gotta run all the way back to town. You gotta run all the way back to the lady, talk to the lady. And you gotta run all the way back to town again and talk to another lady. That's this quest. Then you gotta walk all the way down 3-4 maps. Get interrupted by a battle. And then finally get outsped. Well, at least we get to see the attack animation for that one. Ugh, what a pain. It outsped us, first hit us, and then we get to do 2 hits. Makes no sense. Moving on. Ugh, good grief, if that cut can just, I don't know, stop bleeding, I can concentrate. Alright, so, hey, that's a Gabumon card. Yay! You really found it, thanks. Tell you how to get the kicking boots. Just gotta be friends with Vmon. Oh, figures. He's unpredictable, he's hard to find. So to find out where Vmon goes, go where people meet. If you talk to people twice, they more than likely will give you a hint. Or to go for either subquests or plot. Happens more than once. Sometimes you gotta talk to people twice to activate the plot. Yeah, just once say, hey, how you doing? Second one, guess what? We gotta go save the world. Or the first one's like, oh, hey, what you doing? Second one, we gotta defuse the bomb. Yeah, that's part of this game's mechanics. You gotta talk to people twice to sometimes get the stuff rolling. So, pretty much... Oh, yeah, that's right. I walked into the bar. So, stop me if you heard this one before. And Omada walked into a bar. What did he say? Ugh. So, we gotta go to Wind Prairie, which is about 3 maps down from us. 4. Alrighty, so pretty much that's the end of this episode. So, hopefully the next one be better and Ubered and prepared. Everybody ready to roll, and hopefully this time, game commentary. So then, this has been Bill Omada. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.